All right, so because of time constraints, let's just do number 3. This one is fun. It does not look fun, but once you solve it, you'll feel like, wow, I'm so good at this. You will feel this way. Because this one, I believe, requires, I don't know. Actually, I don't remember. No, it does not require calculator. But solve this one. If you're stuck, let somebody know. If you think you're going to kill a cat, get help. Okay, so this is the question where you multiply by x squared, y squared. That is the least common denominator. And then you get to x squared minus xy minus 2y squared over x squared minus 3xy plus 2y squared. Factor, that's x plus y times x minus 2y over x minus y times x minus 2y. The two factors are the same, so they cancel. So it's x plus y over x minus y. Okay, so we're on 8.6 today, and if we have time, we'll go back to the previous page and do some more practice. Okay, so what are the solutions to this rational equation? Okay, so let's look at this question. So what is the first thing you should do all the time? Factor. Yes, so we should at least try to factor first. All right, so the question is, what is the answer or what is the solution to this rational equation? So basically they're asking, what is x? Well, x is in the denominator, so that could be a problem. So the first thing is you should always write down what x cannot be. So what can x not be?
Plus or minus 3.
Yeah, plus or minus 3. So if your answer ends up being plus or minus 3, it cannot, you have to eliminate that answer. That's not one of the answers. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the fastest way to solve this problem. The fastest way to solve this problem is to multiply both sides by the LCD. What is the least common denominator? Yeah, x plus 3, x minus 3. Okay, so I'm going to basically distribute to both sides, or every single term. So if I multiply the first left hand term by x plus 3, x minus 3, what's going to cancel? Okay, x minus 3 is going to cancel, and what are we left over with? Yeah, x times x plus 3. All right, now distribute to the second term. What's going to cancel? X plus 3 is going to cancel, and what are we left over with? Yes, x times x minus 3. On the right-hand side, I multiply everything by the least common denominator. What's left over?
2.
Yes. Okay, now you have a very simple equation that you've solved in Algebra 1. It's just, straight across equation. So you want to just simplify and then combine like terms, make it equal to 0, and solve. So this is going to be x squared plus 3x plus x squared minus 3x equals 2. So 3x are going to cancel, so 2x squared equals 2. Okay, what's next? Divide by 2. X squared equals 1. Huh? Yes, plus minus 1. Very good. When you square root, make sure you have plus minus. Are any of the answers 3 or minus 3? No. Okay, so then they are both answers. So that's all you need to check. Once you solve, it just cannot equal to any of the denominator problems that you had before, and then you're done. All right, let's see. Let's look at another example. What is the first thing you do? Factor. All right, so x minus 1 over x plus 1, x plus 2, plus 2x times over x plus 2 equals x minus 1 over x plus 1. Okay, first thing is write down what x is not equal to. What can x not equal to? -1, -2. Okay, as long as your answer is not any of those, it's good. All right, the next step is what?
Multiply by x plus 1x.
Yeah, multiply by the LCD, which is x plus 1, x plus 2. Do you guys need me to solve this one, or you think you can do it? You got this? Okay, so just multiply to every term. If they're the same, it cancels. If it doesn't cancel, then it stays. Make sure you FOIL if it's needed, or distribute. Solve once you get the answer, make sure that it is not one of the ones that shouldn't work. Let me know when you're done. Okay, so we get x minus 1 plus 2x times x plus 1 equals x minus 1 times x plus 2. X minus 1 plus 2x squared plus 2x equals x squared plus x minus 2. All right, so after you simplify everything, move everything to one side, you should get x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 0. Factor x plus 1 is equal to squared is equal to 0, so x is equal to -1. But we wrote on here, x can't be -1, so no solution. Are you guys getting no solution? Okay, all right. Next. All right, this is an easy one. Practice. So the first one is x equals 1. And then the second one is x equals 0. Do you need me to solve any of them? No? Okay. All right. All right, next one. This one's a little bit tricky because the denominator. So again, the first thing we should always do is factor. Very good. So this denominator becomes x minus 3, x minus 4. This one is a little strange. That doesn't look like an x minus 3 or x minus 4, or could it? Yeah, we could kind of switch it, right? 3 minus x, we could change it to x minus 3, but not quite. How do we change it to something like a x minus 3?
Factor
Yeah.
out the negative.
Factor out the negative and then switch that direction. Okay, all right. I see some puzzle looks. All right, so first, switch the direction of the two. Then take out the negative. When you take out the negative, it's the same idea as dividing by negative. And so this first term becomes positive, the second term becomes negative. So 3 minus x is the same as negative x minus 3. Are you guys? Yeah. Okay, so then this part becomes negative x minus 3. Now, we really don't like this negative thing going on. This is very confusing. So negative and negative makes positive. So then when you see something like this, you should just always make it positive. You don't want to confuse yourself with too many negative signs. Negative signs is just not a preferred thing to have. Okay, so now it looks like a problem that you've seen before, so go ahead and solve. Before you do anything else, what can x not equal to?
4.
3 or 4, yeah. So make sure your answer is not any of those. Solve this one, let me know when you're done, and go on to the last one. So this first one is no solution. The second one is -1. All right, we're going to go back to page 9 and do some practice with the complex fraction. Those are the hard ones.